Hi, Wim Dijkgraaf here, Quotation Factory, with an announcement of some major user interface changes that we have been working on the last more or less couple of 3 months. So of course, it's very important that you can use the system as easily and as fast, quickly as possible. So we are constantly trying to improve the user interface as well as the backend. Uh, so um, and the plan is that we will be able to launch this user interface changes somewhere the first week in April. So for you to be prepared in such a way that it is not a surprise, as well as that you don't have to search for things, etc. This is the first overview of the major changes, and then the next couple of weeks we will record a couple of small videos to show you the details of the changes, such that you are prepared the best way possible. Okay, so normally when you log in on the platform, you see the dashboard. Now you see this view, and the view is now tabbed. So you see three tabs here: a tab for the projects, a tab for the Kanban board, as well as a tab for the dashboard itself. So this way you can switch between the three. For the rest, not much has changed on this screen. Let me open a project that I prepared to show you the major changes here. I already uploaded to assemblies. Um, by the way, let me upload one assembly just to show you the new location of the progress bar. So now at the top over here, you see the progress bar. Um, so that's no longer shown here at the bottom, but here at the top. Um, Let me just remove this because it has no further use in this demo. Then at project level, first thing, the search bar is now over here, no longer here at the top. So the search bar is part of the project pane. Secondly, the position of the working steps has been changed to make it really clear to which the working steps apply. So, for example, here you see the working steps, the way they apply to this specific assembly. And over here you see the summary of the working steps. And those working steps are the working steps that you will find on the individual parts underneath this assembly. And the same is true for project level. So the project working steps are also shown here. So that's all perfectly vertically aligned. So if you open this now, then here you see now the working steps for the specific parts. So what you see here on the right side is the summary at assembly level. Then what has changed is the selected article is now shown at the top, so above the keywords. And below you see the various working steps. What we have decided is not to show anymore in the list view the selected resources. For that, we have created a separate view over here, which is called routes, which I will show you in a minute. You can still see the selected resources source by hovering over, and you can also still change the resource just by selecting it from this drop down. But this is not immediately visible here. Furthermore, to change a line item into a purchasing part, that button has been moved here, so you can make it a purchasing part here, and then here you can immediately set the price of per part. So you don't have to go to this green button anymore. You can do that directly over there. Note that it's a price per part that you set over there, and that's why you see the 671 euro price here, because of the total amount of 320. Okay. Um, um, that's the that. Oh yeah. Yes. Sorry. And over here, something that has also changed, if you change a keyword here, then you see the apply button immediately over here. And it's no longer hidden underneath this drop down. So you can immediately press apply. Let me not do that. Then those are the most important changes in the list view. Then the new view is the routes view, and the route here is a unique combination of the working step types with the selected resources or machine. So you can now open this, and let's suppose that I change no, sorry, if you want to change the selected resources for all these rows, you can do that immediately over here, and then that change will be applied to all the rows that are children of this heading. The same you can do here. You can change the resource over here. So let's put it on the O2. Then you will see that this row now has its own route with the 4 kilowatt and 2 kilowatt and 2. And now this one has now 2 rows and this one has 1 row. So it's really a unique combination of working steps with selected resources. We have many additional plans for this year with the routes, but for now, we hope that this already is a huge improvement. So please give us feedback on this. That's mainly what is added in the routes view. Then the materials view is also quite changed. There are some important changes to note that if previously we showed only the material, and then, for example, you see twice the same material here, but you had no idea why it was shown twice. And it is because here it will be cut on this machine, and this cutting plan will be cut on this machine. So now you also see the selected resource displayed. Another change is that if you hover over, you will see the expanded, you don't have to click it anymore, you see immediately the expanded cutting plan with the details at the bottom. Let me change my position here, because what has also changed is, and I can best show you that over here. If you want to know which parts are in this specific cutting plan, then now you can click the cutting plan, and then the line items are filtered. So now you see only these two, because those are the ones in this specific cutting plan. If you click again, then the filter will be unselected, and you see all the rows again. Same over here, for example, if you would like to know which parts are part of this cutting plan, then just click the cutting plan. Something else interesting is that if you hover over a line, then in the cutting plan you can see a small orange colored box. So if you hover over these lines, then you see the cutting plans being highlighted in which this part is nested. And of course the same is works for the sheet cutting parts over here. So those are the major changes in the materials view, and actually these are the most important changes besides important improvements of the performance of the user interface, as well as we have been able to remove the double scroll bars over here. So now you can expand all the rows here, or collapse or expand. Now they are collapsed, so you can expand them, and then you don't have a scroll bar anymore per assembly, but just one scroll bar, and you can quickly scroll through the whole quotation. And this, with the newest technology under the hood, should be way faster, also with larger quotations. So we really think we have improved the user interface considerably, that you will love to work with this. More details of things that has been changed will be um, communicated to you in separate small videos. Please give us feedback if you like it or if there are things that you don't like or already miss. And besides that, we are still looking for some customers who would like to test this new UI in the last couple of weeks before we are going to launch it. So again, it will be available somewhere in the first week of April, if we are really confident that we have fixed all the bugs and found all the bugs. Um, all feedback welcome, and hope to meet you soon again online in the feedback or whatever. Have a great day. Ciao, ciao.